Hello, everyone. Shlomi's here again. And this time we're going to go specifically over the 8 questions and 8 answers that I provided in the MAHAT exam. Specifically, this is usually at the end of the last section of the exam. It has a subject, and then it has 8 questions and then 8 answers, and we need to fill in the results at the provided table below. I've created a specific strategy that I feel that needs to be followed because this type of question and answer is definitely not meant for someone to guess the answer, but there is a specific strategy to these questions. Most of the questions that you will see in the exams are similar meaning in the words that they start with. And we're going to go over this and we're going to find what we call anchor words, which are very specific words that you will find in the answers that will help you to solve the solution. So let's go over the strategy that I've prepared. We'll go over this, we'll study it a little bit, and then we'll do a sample. So like I said, when you should actually start with this section at the MAHAT exam. From previous students and that we have seen, some that had difficulties with, some that didn't. Usually it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to solve this section, the most, which means that you'll have a lot of additional time to solve the rest of the exam. So that's why I would like you to concentrate on this section first. And again, each correct answer is 2 points for a total of 16 points, which is quite a bit. So let's see, just like I said, we need to match the answers and we're not guessing. There is a specific way to do it, and we're going to do it with a proof. Okay, so I'd like you to concentrate on the questions first, and we'll see it in a second. And each questions, I'd like you to see and write or underline the type of question that it is. What do I mean by the type of question that it is? We have questions that start with why, or how much, or how, what is. Questions that include anchor words like advantages and disadvantages. Will I ever? Do I need? Should I? And why do you need to underline this? Just like we have it here. Okay? Why? How much? What is? How can I? Advantages and disadvantages. Will I? Should I? What is? See? And the reason that we do it is because these specific questions have specific answers. What do I mean by they have specific answers? Well, if somebody asks you, let's take the easy one. Yes, how much? Well, how much something should be a number, a value, nothing else. How much is a bottle of water? Well, it can only be a value, a number. Okay. For example, when we are asked, should I or will I, right? The answers will be yes, you should, or no, you shouldn't, or there are many other words that we identify for each type of question. When we are asked for an advantages and disadvantages of a specific item, the answer should include, on one hand, one solution, and on the other hand, another solution. So you want to first of all identify the type of question that you have, and then you also want to identify the type of answer that you will have, just like we have it listed here. So once you do this, and at the end of this document, which I will provide you as well, you have additional words that you want to look for, right? So if, for example, we have a why question, just like we have here, a why question, the type of answers that we should look for will be, well, because, since, as, and so forth. Okay? And when you do it this way and you underline it, the answers just pop up. You don't really write anything yet. You just list it. Yes? Why are yada, yada, yada? Well, because yada, yada, yada. Okay? Or how much does whatever cost, or anything of, this is another anchor word. Well, we have prices right here. Without even reading the whole answer, we have them listed. Here is another sample. Will I? Should I? Right? And the answers is either yes, no, okay? And then if we have questions like what is, or, what is? Well, here are definitions of what is. Okay, so that's what I instruct my students or guide them as to how to even go about to such questions, right? Here's another sample when I have advantages and disadvantages. So the answers can be on one hand and then on the other hand. There's no other answer that will match such a question. So that is something that we wanna go for and try to mark. So here I've got a listing of when we ask why, these are the type of answers that we should look for. How much? Well, we have a cost, we have price, we have between this and that, a certain percentage, right? Either euro, a dollar sign, a shekel, or whatever it may be. It depends what the article is about, right? When we have how, when a question is asked on how, yes, on which way we're going to do something, this should be your answers. Okay, same way with answers of what is, which is looking for a definition. Questions that are asking us for advantages and disadvantages. So just like we saw in the previous example, we have on one hand and on the other hand, or pros and cons, advantages, drawbacks, benefits, and so forth. So you want to learn these words that will provide you guidance as to what kind of answers you need. Okay, so once we mark the type of questions, we mark or underline the anchor words, right? And then we go for the answers that are easier to answer. Okay, so for how much, we know the cost. Advantages and disadvantages, we look for pros and cons, and so forth. Should I? Shouldn't I? The questions will be yes and no. And then we start matching the answers. Okay, so that's what you would do next. You would go for the easy ones. And then, obviously, we get to a point where if we have some difficult questions and we don't really know what to do, well, we start using elimination, which is one of the greatest tools that not many students use. Whether we have multiple choice questions or other type of questions, we do elimination, meaning that, well, these specific answers are completely wrong and they can't be the right answer. So we just eliminate them. So for example, if we have multiple choice questions, out of 4, we eliminated 1 or 2. Well, now instead of 25% choosing the correct answer, we have 50% of choosing the correct answer. Okay? And then finally, what you must make sure is that every letter is used. Okay? Every letter is used. There's no such thing as using an answer twice. Each question has one specific letter that is being used. Okay? We cannot use it twice, and you always want to make sure that the answers fits the best. So if I just take one example of, for example, we have 2 questions that are what is. Yes, what is a hybrid car and what is the driving capacity? Oh my God, well, if I have a driving capacity, it means that I'm also looking for a specific value, right? So if I'm looking for a specific value, it has to be, well, we already used this, right? So what is the driving capacity? Well, most electric cars can travel 400 kilometers, or we have, it is a car that operates, well, obviously this is not the right answer for 3, but what is a hybrid car? Well, it's a car that operates both on gasoline and electricity. And what is the driving capacity? The answer is E, because we have the driving capacity. Okay? The same with yes, no, right? We have here, will I ever need to replace the battery? Let's think of it. Yes, you should, because you can easily upgrade to a better model. Batteries don't really have models, so maybe it's this one. No, because most battery lasts for 8 to 10 years. Wham. So, all right. So this is the correct answers. The correct answer for number 6, and obviously for number 7, it is A. So with that strategy that I've just provided you, I would highly suggest attacking this first, because like I said, it is 16 points. You can do it fairly quickly, about 15 to 20 minutes, and make sure that you check your answers. Make sure that all of the letters that we see here are used, right? You don't want to not use them, okay? So each number must have a specific letter. And by the way, make sure please that you mark the letters as they appear. You have small letters, use small letters. Don't use capital letters. Okay? You have the small letters, use the small letters. We don't know who the people who will check your exams are, how strict they are. They are looking for these specific answers. So use these specific answers. Don't write anything else other than what is provided. Okay? So good luck and see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.